Hi, this is Andrew Horton, and I'd like to welcome you to share an experience about success with me today. What we're going to do is we're going to look at a number of ideas and concepts and principles that you can bring into your life and start to create new levels of success that you never even thought possible. And the secret is, I'm not asking you to reboot your life. I'm not asking you to start over. I'm saying take these tools, take these concepts, bring them into your life and start to use them. Because when you take this knowledge, you bring it into your life and you start to apply it, that's when you're going to start to see incredible changes. And those changes are brought about by small shifts, not by rebooting your life and sort of starting all over. It's just about taking those small, tiny, incremental, small changes that are going to completely revolutionize your life. So what I want you to do is explore these concepts. And they're pretty simple. The 4 concepts I'm going to be looking at today is simply to plan, in other words, to prepare, to look at what's available, to look at the possibilities that are out there and to explore them. To do, in other words, to get off your butt and to finally start taking action and to accept that nothing's going to happen until you make it happen. Then we're going to review, we're going to look at our actions. We're going to repeatedly, regularly, consistently review what we're doing and see if they're delivering the kind of results that we want. And if they're not, well, that's where we move into the 4th part of the process, where we actually look at improving, changing, remedying, doing things differently so that we get better results or just the results that we're actually looking for. So we're going to explore those 4 concepts today, and we're going to see that it's just small shifts. It's not rebooting your life. I'm not saying everything you're doing in your life right now is wrong. What I'm saying is that you're close. You're 95% of the way along the path to where you actually need to be to bring the kind of success that you're wanting to bring into your life. So explore with me today. Allow yourself to try these new invitations, because when you try them, they may work. You know, as Jim Rohn says, what if it is just an apple a day and you don't eat that apple? Or I'm saying to you right now, what if it is just these 4 concepts that you bring into your life, that you apply, that you use all the time, that are going to bring the success that you want into your life? What if it is just these 4 and you don't do it? So what I'm saying is take these ideas, bring them into your life, because knowledge is of no value until you bring it into your life. So take these ideas, bring them in, apply them. What have you got to lose? You've got so much to gain. The challenge with this is, as easy as it is to do, to take the actions, to do the planning, to review your progress, to make sure that when things aren't aligned, they're not delivering the results you want, that you're able to improve them. So easy are they to do, so easy are they not to do. So that's the only challenge you have. The challenge you have is to bring and utilize these concepts, to apply them. Now imagine if I've got an acorn here in my hand, and I say to you, well, where's the oak tree? You're going to say to me, well, it's inside the acorn. Well, is it? Because if I had to cut that acorn open and we looked at it, there's a seed inside. There's no oak tree. So where does that oak tree come from? Well, that oak tree is simply a result of planting this acorn and putting it in the ground in fertile soil, giving it fluids, giving it nutrition, the sun supplying energy. And out of that acorn grows the amazing, or the most amazing, oak tree. So what about you? Where's your acorn? Where's your potential? It's inside you. I want you to unlock that potential. I want you to go inside yourself, to feed your acorn, to feed your potential, to grow into your success. And how do we do that? I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm going to give you some tools that you can use and introduce into your life to actually give all the nutrition, all the value, all the energy that you need to unlock your hidden potential. Now in life, if we have to walk out onto a railway station, we look down a railway track and we don't see a train coming. What do? Do we go, oh, you know what, there's no train coming today, and you just go home? Or do you walk over to the timetable and have a look at the timetable? And you go, great, I can see 10 minutes from now, there's a train coming. So it's worth waiting. I'm going to hang around and I'm going to wait for my train to arrive. Well, the same's true about your life. Are you looking down the rails of your life and are you going, yeah, you know what, success is not coming. It's just not happening. It's not there for me. Well, you're not alone. That's how everybody feels. Everybody feels like they're looking down this empty track and success is not coming. I'm really trying. I'm doing all the things I need to do, but I'm not realizing the kind of success that I need. So what do? Where do you find your timetable? How do you identify a process that's going to allow you to look down your line, see that there's no train coming, but you can look at your timetable and you can actually see when that train's coming? Well, that timetable is your goals. It's your plans. It's what you're going to do to deliver the success. And how are you going to measure it? Well, you're going to review it. You're going to look at your goals. You're going to look at your plans. You're going to take action and you're going to review your actions. And you're going to go, wow, I've actually achieved something today. I've actually achieved something this week. It's amazing the results that I've seen in my life this last month. So where you felt that you were just staring down this empty track, where there was nothing coming and you just felt like you were doing all the time and you weren't seeing any benefits, well, that's going to change because you're going to introduce the idea of measuring, of reviewing, of checking, so that not only can you see if your actions aren't aligned with where you want to go, but you also get to reward yourself and you get to go, well done. That was amazing. It's incredible. I took those 5 actions today and look at the results. I took those actions this whole week and amazingly look at where I'm at. The quarter's passed and I'm actually making progress, because that's the single biggest killer of our dreams, is we don't measure where we're going. So 2 things happen. 1, we're possibly taking the wrong actions that are taking us in the wrong direction. Or 2, we're not rewarding ourselves enough that we actually see that, wow, what we're doing is a massive benefit. We're actually making progress. So commit. Accept that you need to measure. You need to review. You need to check and assess and make sure that you're on track. A genius without a roadmap will get lost in any city, whereas an average person who has a plan, who has a map, can find any location they want to. So what about you? Have you got a plan? Have you got a roadmap that's going to take you from where you are to where you want to go? Because without a roadmap, what do? You get your driveway in the morning and you go, well, I have no idea where I'm going. Do I turn left? Do I turn right? Do I go straight? Whereas if you have a plan, get to the edge of your driveway, I know I've got to turn right, drive for 2 kilometers, turn onto the highway, drive down the highway. You get to your destination. How can you expect to achieve success when you're going to arrive at that driveway and you're not going to know which way to go? You need a plan. So that's the one thing that you need to really take away with you, is understand that you need to have a credible, usable, achievable and believable plan that you can introduce into your life, that you can follow every single day. In other words, take action on every single day. That's going to move you from where you are to that amazing future that you see, to that incredible future where you're doing, having, being everything that you want to be. Why not you? What makes you any different to any other super achiever? What makes you any different to Richard Branson or Donald Trump or Mother Teresa or Nelson Mandela? Only thing that makes you different is that you haven't tried your best. You haven't realized your full potential. So I'm challenging you today to explore, to experiment, to believe, because that's where it starts. It starts with belief. You need to, first of all, see what you're capable of. And secondly, you need to believe it. Whatever you believe, whatever you can conceive and believe, you can achieve. And that's what I'm wanting you to do today, is I'm wanting you to look around you, because there's people out there that have done what you want to do before you. There's very little that goes on that there hasn't been a book written about, or somebody hasn't made an audio or a video or a CD that'll guide you, that'll help you, that'll give you the information that you need to, first of all, put you on track, and then to keep you on track. And so life is really about finding a recipe. So if you can get out there and you can actually find the right recipe. In other words, you can find somebody that's done what you've done before and just follow their recipe. You know, when immigrants arrive in the States, they don't have very much going for them, but they have one thing. They have a whole group of peers that have arrived before them, that have managed to build up convenience stores. They've actually created great wealth. So what do? They go to their peers and they go, how did you do it? And then they tell them. And then they do it. And incredibly, a vast majority of those immigrants that arrive in the US become successful. And what about you? Have you looked around your environment? Have you identified people that have done what you want to do? Have you identified people that can assist you, that you can bring into your environment, and that can guide you and that can lead you? If you haven't, that is something you need to do. You need to invest the time to go, what do I want to do? When I know what that is, who's done it before me? And once I can find those people that have done it before me, look at their recipe. What did they do? What did they learn? What skills did they acquire? Can I acquire those skills? Can I learn that same information? Because if I can do exactly what they did. If it's been done before, you can do it. If somebody else has done it before you, you can do it. You just need the recipe. If I want to bake chocolate chip cookies, all I need is to take the recipe, have a look at it, mix the mixture in the right proportions, put the oven on at the right temperature and stick them in. Are my cookies going to be as good as Aunt Molly's, the best chocolate chip cooker in the world? Probably not the first time, but maybe the 15th time or the 20th time when I've learned how to do it, how to mix it, how to make it work for me. And the same's true about this recipe. No, it's not going to just fall into your lap and it's not just going to happen overnight. It's a process. Success is not an event. It's a process. So when you accept that it's a process of learning, of growing, of becoming more. Because you attract success by the person you become. So you need to become more if you want to attract more. You need to learn more if you want to earn more. And the easiest way to go about doing this is to introduce new habits into your life. Now, how do these habits work? Well, they've proven that even when we get more advanced in our life, we're still able to learn, we're still able to grow, we're still able to evolve. And so how do we do this? Well, at first, you're going to introduce these habits, or rather, they become habits, but you're going to introduce these tasks that you need to do every day. And at first, it's going to be about willpower. You're going to have to be determined that you want to achieve, that you want to succeed. Apply your willpower. After about 26 to 42 days, they've proven that these tasks that you do every day slowly but surely evolve and they become habits. After 90 days of repeating the same activities, repeating the same tasks, they're entrenched habits. And we all have habits. You know, we have bad habits that don't serve us. Well, how about building in habits that do serve you? Habits that are actually an integral part of your success habit set. Habits that will allow you to arrive at success one day, and you'll shake your head and go, how the heck did I get here? That's what these 4 processes will introduce into your life, is 4 new habits, 4 new processes that if you commit to do every single day, will virtually guarantee your success. It's about commitment. It's about perseverance. It's about staying for the long run. The challenge we have is, even though we take these actions, even though we committed to our success, life happens. And the reality about that is we actually feel very often, I'm doing what I need to be doing. I'm taking the actions I need to be taking, but it's not delivering the results. And I believe in instant popcorn and microwaves, and everything in my life must be now. That's the single challenge that you face. We feel like we're in a desert. We feel like we're doing everything we need to be doing. But what's the reality about a desert? It ends somewhere. If you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you keep heading in a definite direction, you have purpose, you have vision, you've got to get to the end of the desert at some point. And the same's true about these periods in your life that you get to where you feel, wow, I feel like nothing's happening for me. Yes, that's a reality. You're not alone. Everybody experiences that. So what you need to do is you need to accept, yes, there are going to be tough times. Yes, there are going to be challenges. Yes, there are going to be massive periods that I'm going to feel like I'm getting nowhere, that I'm going to feel like nothing's going right for me. That's the time that you need to say, I've planned for this. I've thought about this. In fact, I've expected this. And the wonderful thing about this is, it's arrived now. I'm one step closer. I'm one challenge closer to that success that I want. Mind shift. Shift the way you think. Change your thinking from the negative, where you're always challenging yourself going, oh, this is tough, this is hard, this is going nowhere, to this is one step closer. This is another challenge. I expected this, I planned for this, I know it's here. Great, next, move on. That's how you create success. That's the difference between Richard Branson and Joe Soap. Joe Soap, you don't know him. You don't know him because he's done nothing with his life. He's been mediocre. He's been average. Not you. You now have awareness. You now have this intrinsic belief in yourself. You're creating habits. You're creating habits that are going to support you. You're creating habits that are going to create the very success that you desire. Those habits that are going to allow you to arrive at success one day, not even knowing how you got there. The effort comes in building the habits. The effort comes in the willpower to build the system. Once you have the system, everything else falls into place. So that's what I'm asking you to do, is to commit to introduce the system into your life. To commit to introduce the system until it becomes a habit in your life. And then you can have, do, and be anything you want.